YouTube's happening. It is Monday, January 12th. We're talking all the sports again because it's Monday. There's a lot, shorter slate of games out there. So we're going to do NFL first. We got our Houston-Pittsburgh game. We're going to talk about some men's college hoops. There's not that many games today. How many games is this? This is a short amount of games. It is only 17. No, yeah, 17 bettable games. That's it. We move over to NHL. We see they have a fairly larger slate, but it's still not that much to really worry about. And then NBA has a 6 game slate. So we're gonna put them all together for you, make it easy. So yesterday was absolutely terrible. It happens. You're going to have days like that where nobody wants to do their job in any sport. But I say that, but we pop over and look at everything. NFL, Jacksonville didn't win. Little had only had one field goal attempt, but still that was I mean, it was close. It was right there. San Francisco did +6. That was a nice hit overall. Kittle, we saw what happened with the Achilles. I hate watching those happen. And then Patriots absolutely did work. So yeah, NFL did okay. NFL's great. College was 4-1. That was great as well. But then these two sports, I said yesterday, I said be wary. NHL is eventually going to have a bad day. When you have that many plus plays, you're going to eventually have a day where it goes bad. That was yesterday. So, and then NBA is just being NBA. So we reduced the units there. NBA's been kind of, let's be real, this week has been kind of trash for NBA. So it'll change. It'll turn around. It always does. So we move on. We have a new slate of games. Let's go ahead and jump to the first game, which is going to be Monday Night Football, or are we still calling it Monday Night Football, even though it is playoff time? Either way, it's the game tonight on Monday night. Let's get to it right now. All right, first game on the slate is the Houston and Pittsburgh game. Currently, we got Houston on the road -3, 38.5 is our total. We pop over to the spreadsheet, take a look at this and see what we got. Currently, Houston's on a 9-game win streak. Damn. 14v27, that leans Houston. 9v20, that leans Pittsburgh. So far, we're leaning over. 22v3, defense 5v10, that's a push. So Pittsburgh has 2, Houston has 1. Looking at all this, you see the numbers are both really bad at penalties. There's a lot of penalty yards here. We need to go look. I would tell you right now, one play I already know I'm taking. He's that much? Really? I'm looking at the prop right now for Fairbairn, and it's already 200. Shameful. Shameful is what that is. Let's go ahead and pop on over to the whatchamacallit, depth charts. Yeah, see who's playing. CJ, you see the squad there. You see who's in, out, question marks, things like that. Come down to defense. There you go. And then Fairbairn is the kicker. Obviously, Pittsburgh depth chart. Let's take a little peek ski. You see who's there. Aaron, rest of the squad, come on down. There you go. And then Boswell's your kicker. We'll go to props. Outlier, link in the pin comment. You know this by now. Go get your week for free. It's there for you. So you have all this. Let's change this up to this and that. Bam. And well, it's only game, so I guess that makes sense. Yeah, Fairbairn's going to be on here. Yeah. Can I get him for 2.5, please? I might take him for 2.5 because, yeah, I can see it. Yeah. 2, 4, 3, 2. I will risk it for 2.5 if you give it to me. Someone give me a line. Profit. Yeah, Profit X coming through clutch. You love that. Love that. Taking it. Fairbairn. Taking it. Don't care. Over 2.5 field goals made. They do not shy away from a 3 points. They will take that. Domingo knows what 3 points is. That's good stuff. So we're going to take that for plus one. It's only 125. Terrible odds for 3, but guess what? Is it really terrible? It's plus. I'm gonna take it 125. Good stuff. So we're taking that for sure. Um, we go last 10. Yeah, he's hit this plenty of times. He's averaging 3.3. So yeah, I'll bet on him to hit 3. I got you, bro. Let's go ahead and look at the other props. Anything else potentially look good? Hayward tackles assists. I mean, that's not bad. We can take a look at that. Sure. Why not? Hey, Aaron passing against Houston's defense. Man, I know Houston's defense is 20th right now at 216. Like, you come back and look at it. That's how they are pass defense wise. I don't know if I trust. Like, Houston's in the lead. I personally think Houston wins. I'm probably going to take Houston -3. I'm looking at it. It's plus 106 for -3. Yeah, I'm going to grab that. I think Houston's defense is way too nasty. They've just been way too good. So I'm taking Houston -3 for that plus 106. So 2 plus plays. Love that. Other than that, I don't know if I want to take like a QB or receiver today in this one. So let's go ahead and pop back over here. Let's look at that. We got you Boswell field goals. You know what? Maybe both kickers. It's just a kickoff battle. Bunch of kickers. I'm down. Let's take a look at that. Aaron, you can see the numbers. I don't care about that. Sacks for Hunter. I mean, sure. I mean, yeah, where's Will Anderson? Let me look at you for sacks too. That might be something to look at potentially because, yeah, the defense for Houston is a nasty. So, where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at? He ain't, oh, you way down here. Okay, I don't want to mess with that. So, we're definitely taking you. That's already done. Hayward tackle assist 5.53. I don't like how that's too close to 5. I'm going to pass on that one. 20222. I don't think I like that. Yeah, you haven't hit 3 You hit 3 at the start of the season. It'd been a while since you hit 3, so no thanks there. Hunter sacks, 4 straight games with a sack. 2, well, damn. This might be a fun little chase is it a chase? It's plus 110. It's not really a chase. It's almost a play. So I think, you know what? What the hell? Let's do it. Let's have some fun, right? We'll go Hunter over 0.5 sacks because, hey, you see what he does. He does work. So give me sacks for me. It's plus 110. That's the best I can get, really. Yeah, plus 110. I'm gonna get that. So it gives me 3 plays in this game. I'm good. We're moving on to the whatever next board is next. Okay, so since College Hoops was so profitable yesterday and they were 4-1 overall, we're going to do that next. How about that? Good stuff. So we only have 17 games. This is going to be real quick. We're going to roll through these bad boys. You can see the games there. There's not really any good teams today either, which is the worst part. So that's what I'm going to do next right now. So let's go and pop over here the sheets. First game, 6 p.m. Eastern, NC Central, Morgan State. Let me put that first one up there. And we can see absolute, well, 47B321 is not bad, but 6-11. NC Central's first in their division at 6-11. That tells you how bad these teams are. They're first in the MEAC, MEAC. So yeah, 47B321 clearly. Defense clearly. That's defense that pushes. I mean, if you really want to take NC Central -2.5, be my guest. I don't think I want to though, just because I don't really want to bet on it. Just don't want to do it. 1-9 on the road. No, I'm good on that one. Thanks. I'm gonna pass. Howard or Delaware State. Neither team can score. They can't score. Defense, 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 defense. Under in the Howard game, if possible. Let's look at the line. Is going to be a 131 line, bro. Oh, these teams even play 120 average and a 130 average. The total is 131. We're following the numbers. We're going under 131.5 for a plus 100. We shall take that. Let's keep it moving. Alabama State versus Alcorn State, and both teams are Garbaggio. You could tell. I want nothing to do with this. That is the worst shooting team. And this, how are you that bad at offense and defense? How is that a thing? I don't know, but I'm not going to pay to find out. The hell no. Move on. Florida A&M versus Grambling. Grambling rhymes with gambling, and they are actually kind of good. They're 8-8, so Grambling could be a play on the road if I get a small line. If I get a small one, just a small one. Plus, I can get Grambling plus 1.5. Why? Why? I don't know, but I like that. I can get Grambling money line plus 110, and they're 8-8 versus 3-9 who could barely shoot. Yeah, give me that. I'm down for that. I'll chase. Let's go. So Grambling money line plus 110. Sign me up. Thank you. I don't. Some people be like, well, look, they're favored for a reason. What reason? Show me the reason they're favored. Unless there's an injury I don't know about, there's absolutely no reason. So we move on. Prairie View versus Arkansas Pine Bluff. And Arkansas Pine Bluff has been putting up bunches of points, apparently. Against who? Who have you been scoring against? You must be playing D6 schools. You playing them junior high teams, aren't you? You ain't playing no real teams. Let's see. You won 5 in a row. You beat your 5 in a row was Ecclesia. You won by 50. Champ Christian, you won by 50. Alabama A&M, you won by, well, 12. Alabama State, you won by 11. And Texas Southern, you won by 8. So 2 cupcake games, literally, and then 3 teams in your own area. So you're 2-10 on the road, though. I don't love that, but you are putting up points, and I don't care who you're playing. It could be practice. If you're shooting that good, that's good. So Arkansas Pine Bluff, can I get? And they're dogs on the road to Prairie View because Prairie View can't shoot. So this one's a little funny. I think I'm still going to do it. I think it's, hey, you should get them wins in you. All of a sudden, you want to roll with the wins. I'm going to take Pine Bluff on the road. 5-game win streak. Let's go. I mean, yeah, sure. I'm down. And the last game was on the road. They won by 8. So, hey, I'm down. Let's go ARPB. Do I want to say plus 2.5? Nah, let's go money line plus 144. We're going to go for it. We're going to go all the way for it. So Southern and Bethune is up next like that. Jesus, what terrible numbers. My, what bad numbers you have. Bye-bye. Norfolk and Eastern Shore is just as bad. Nothing good there. Move on. Coppin, it's just getting worse. Everyone I click. Just come on, give me something good. Yeah, mash something good. No, that can't. Those we cancel out. Everything else is red. It's like all the bad teams are playing today. How about that? Navy. Navy is really good defensively. Navy will shut your ass down. You don't mess with the Navy. We know better. Let's see what the Navy on the road too. Navy in Washington, D.C. At American. Where is it at? We can't be that many games on here. Where's Navy? Navy, 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 Navy. Right there. Navy 2.5. I'm gonna take Navy. That versus 93 versus versus 327. That's a nice little matchup. They're going to shut down Americans' defense trying to shoot. That's going to be clearly Navy. It's all Navy. It's literally all Navy. I get Navy 2.5 at minus 107. I am down for that. Sign me up, baby. Navy minus 2.5 for minus 107. Good stuff. I might even bump that to like 3.5, 4.5. Put a little plus sign next to it. We'll look at it in her second. You know what? Let's do it now. I want to see Navy. I want all spread, baby. Let's see what I can get. Can I get like a plus? I can go 3.5, which is one more point, and get me a plus 108 on Novik. Done data. Absolutely. Sign me up. I'm good for that. All right. We locked in Navy plus or minus 3.5 or plus 108. Now we go back to it. We're going up to SF Austin next now. We can see the stuff here. Don't love anything here. I've already looked at all these once. They didn't save the recording, sadly. Crazy stuff. So I'm not taking anything in this game. At Southeast Louisiana, you can see this defense maybe, but the total is 140. They're already sitting at above that. It's in the middle of the range. Don't love that one. We go to Northwestern State versus Rio Grande. Nothing really stood out in this one either, so I pass on this one. And McNeese, they are a 13.5-point favorite at home against Nichols. Nichols has several categories that they're good at right now, and they're on a 5-game winning streak. So they've actually shown they can win on the road. So I'm taking Nichols plus 13.5 in this one, and I'm getting that for a plus 100. We go to East Texas A&M versus Corpus Christi of A&M, and you can see the numbers. Nothing, a lot of stuff for Corpus Christi, but A&M's actually good there defensively. I don't want to do this one. This was just not good enough. Pass. Southern versus Mississippi Valley, the toilet bowl. Somebody's got to win this game. Sadly, I know 1-16 versus 2-12. Yeah, exactly. And the last one is going to be Alabama A&M hosting Jackson State. I did take Alabama A&M minus 6.5 for plus 102. So we got that. So that gives me 6 plays in college. Let's go ahead and bounce on to the next sport. All right, moving on to NHL because we do have a handful of games there to do today. So we have 9 games we're going to run through real quick. Let's see what we got popping over here so we can get some. Remember how NHL works. It's not like the other sports. We take a lot of plus plays around here. Most of them were plus, and some of them were like plus 150. So odds are, pun intended, that you're probably not going to hit some of these. So you're going to have days like yesterday where a bunch don't hit, but then you have other days where a bunch do hit because it's NHL, weird things happen. So it's going to happen. You just got to take the good with the bad. That's how it goes. You can't avoid the losses. You got to know how to maintain the losses and still be good. That's why I do straight bets, and that's why I don't parlay and dump the bankroll like some people do. So it's a little different. Everyone has their own strategy. This is what works for me. So let's go ahead and jump into the first one, which is going to be who? Who is the first game? It's going to be Florida and Buffalo. That's what we see. Currently, where is it down here? It is 108 Buffalo with a 6.5. Let's pop over to the sheets, take a little look-ski, shall we? Offense v defense. Both of these lean Buffalo easily. Buffalo's outscoring their opponents 1.2 via Florida, who's getting outscored by, well, double, basically. That's not good. Buffalo money lines 108. I like that already, if the goalies make sense. Buffalo -1 is plus 148. Really? Really? I might take that. That might look good. I mean, they're scoring they're fourth in the NHL and scored in the last 5 games. I'm down for that. I'm down for that for sure. So back to this. What do we want to take? Shots on goal for Florida. Maybe that's about it. So Buffalo for points or assists or goals. Florida shots on goal. Buffalo outright. Let's go look at some goalies, shall we? Yes, we shall. Pop up here. Bobrovsky is supposed to go out there today. Let's see what happens. 2-5-3-4-3. Yeah, nothing too crazy. Colton Ellis. Okay, you don't play him any games, but when you do, last time was January 8th, which was 4 days ago. 2-0-5-0-2-6, whatever. All right, cool. Let's pop on over to Outlier. Remember, link in the appendix. You click it, you get you a week for free. You know how this works, right? Good stuff. You could do all this research yourself. I ain't got to do it for you. So, let's see. Let's change it to, let's see. We want, well, hold on. Let me make sure it's on the right day first because I don't know if that's the right day. Yeah, I had to refresh. Let's see. Right there. Perfect. And let's see what we want to take. Points for Buffalo, Florida for shots on goal. We do have 1 shot on goal for Florida we'll look at. We have a lot of Buffalo points. We'll see. Anybody look good on the odds? Anyone look good? Bowen, whatever. Butcher that. Byram? Okay, whatever. Josh for a point is plus 110. That looks pretty good. He's at 100% too. I do like that. Let's see. He has 6 points in 5 games. He's at over half for plus 110. I can get it for plus 109. How many? Only 5 in a row, huh? That's it. You do have a history of getting points, so I do like that. So far, we have a couple I like in this one. Let me go ahead and make a second one. So we're going to take Buffalo money line. I'm just gonna go money line just for the -108, but go keep it chill. And then we're gonna go DOAN over 0.5 points. And we're gonna grab that for a +109. Beautiful stuff. +109. Yep, yep. And anything else we want to take? Do we want to take you? It's not bad. It's 124. Last 10, last 12. Okay. You look good too. I might take you as well. So if Bob Rossi can get beat up on the road, he might. And then we gotta look at Mackie sandwich over here. I know I butchered his name. I said it on purpose. But you can see 4, 5, 3, 6 to get one. But damn, that's you're 3.6 average. Oh, I could bump you to 2.5. Who's offering 2.5 on this one? Hard Rock 185. Are we just gonna jump right back in and go crazy on the first game back? You know what? We might as well. We might as well. Because sometimes you gotta get your lick back after yesterday. I took my money, I gotta get my money back, and this is how we're gonna do it. So SAMOSKEVICH over 2.5 shots on goal. This is a chase. Remember that. This is 185. My God, that is pricey. I'm gonna take you too. I'm gonna take 4 plays. Byram over 0.5 points. We're at that for +1, what, 20 probably, I'm guessing? 124. Absolutely beautiful stuff. So I got 3 plus plays, and then Buffalo money line for this one. That is a quad play on the first one. Beautiful. Let's move on to the next game. Gotta love when NHL comes out firing off the bat like that. Beautiful stuff. Game 2 is going to be Detroit versus Carolina. That is going to be a 132 for Carolina money line with a 6.5. We go to our sheets. We look at the numbers. 4v4 cancels. 11v9 cancels. 424. Carolina shots on goal and Carolina defense. So Carolina shots on goal is the only play we would even consider here. So let's look at the goalie, shall we? Gibson, Abusi. Yes, Abusi, 23162. And then we got Gibson, who is confirmed, which means we might actually have shots on goal we could take. 0-1-3-2-1. He's been fairly good. Can't complain about that. Let's go over here and take a look-ski, shall we? I would love to take a shot on goal prop if you want to give it to me. I mean, a goalie saves prop. That's what I meant to say. And let's see, saves. Any saves on here? Saves. How far down I gotta get out? Nope, no saves. Sad times indeed. Oh well. So we want Carolina shots on goal. So we want so there's one, but he's way too pricey. That we'll take a look though. Maybe I can bump it up. That might be something we can do. Let's see. Anybody else? We got Jarvis. Well, let's look at the odds instead of opening them all up. That's not bad. We can open that one up. Walker, we might bump him to 2.5, maybe. Shane, we might be able to bump him to 2.5 if need be. Jackson, maybe 2.5 if need be. And you, Miller for 2, maybe? We might be able to do that. So we got a few we can work with. We might tweak a few of them. So Taylor's a half right now at -5. Yeah, that's ridiculous. How about you give me a 1.5? That's still 114. That's not bad. 2-2 and 1.5 doesn't look good though. So no. Jarvis is at 3.6 on a 2.5 at 115. He did have 1 in the last game. Last 10, he's averaging 3.1. Not bad. We could rock with that. Stay. Walker is at 3.3, 1.2, which he's at 2.4 and 1.5. Don't love that for especially for 150. Oh hell no. Shane 3.2 on a 1.5. See, I can bump this to 2.5 and then take a look. He did have 7 last game, which is doing a lot of heavy lifting, so I'm gonna say no to that one. Blake 2.2, 3.3, 1, a 2.2 and a 1.5 at 115 is not terrible. Last 20, he's very sporadic. A lot of zeros in there. I don't like that. Jarvis, how are you in the last 20? See, he don't have zeros. He at least has something. So if I'm taking somebody, I'm taking Jarvis to get 3. And lastly, we got Miller to get 1. Oh no, how about Miller to get 2, which last 20? Nah, he barely gets 1 as it is. So no. So the play I'm going to take in this game is going to be Jarvis. Oh, there. 2.5. Shatsun Gill. SOG for, it's going to be a minus. Oof. 120. 120. I guess we'll take that. Sure. Why not? So Jarvis, 120 next. All right. Game 3 is going to be Rangers in Seattle. Currently, we have Rangers 125 at home with a 5.5. 5.5. Okay. Spreadsheets, we load them up and we can see 4v31. Wow, that's a mismatch. 19v12. They're both leading Seattle. Seattle's outscoring. New York is getting out. They're getting 5 goals per game. Damn, New York. That's crazy. Shots on goal is not a thing we care about. So Seattle to win. Seattle plus 127 money lines on the table. Seattle points is on the table. Seattle assists on the table. Let's go look at the goalies to see who is going to be out there. So it looks like Quick is confirmed. Interesting. So 6-4-3-5. Quick has not been great here lately. Joey is going out there. Joey's been up and down. See, 3-4-3-2-2-2-3. He's about average. So I don't know if I love Seattle money line, especially being on the road. I probably will like a point prop here, if anything. So let's go see the Kraken and how many point props we got here. So Shots I'm going no. Jared for an assist, absolutely. Could be a 150, absolutely. What else we got? Blocks, Jared for a point is too pricey. Better get the assist. Maddie for a point, maybe. Maybe. Mm-hmm. Maybe. Maddie for a goal, potentially. Sure. Oh, Kako. You gotta look at Kako. Gotta look at the that, and we gotta look at Vince as well. We'll grab a few of these so we can see what we got. So McCann has points, had 4 in a row, then didn't have any lat game. I don't like this because you see that's his assist. Don't love that. Taking that off. Matty, we like, yeah, see, this is what I like. I like a good history. Matty, okay. Matty for 119 on points. How about assist? No, you've gotten a lot of goals here lately. So points is your best play, which we can grab that for 119. All right. And then we got goal. And he's for assist. We just go for the assist with this guy. Last 10. Well, he did have 10 gold. Really? You had 2 goals in that game. Damn, dude. All right. Then you have 2 games in a row with nothing, but just still a beautiful, beautiful chase. Always fun. Always fun to chase. So, and then lastly, we got Vince Dunn, who has not really done all that much. Don't love that one. So if I'm taking somebody for real, I'm probably taking Maddie here. So let's go Maddie. That's going to be BNIERS over 0.5 points. And we're going to grab that for minus 119. Do we want to add Capo? I might add Capo because it's always a fun chase. And it hits more often than not. You can see. He's had a nice little stretch. We could do this. They're scoring 4 goals per game. New York's giving up 5 goals per game. I'm going to chase. You don't have to. You do what you do. I'm going to do what I do. So this is what I want to do. So we're going to chase. We're going to go over 0.5 assists, the usual. And it's going to be for plus 213. If it hits, I celebrate. If not, I go, eh. That's how it works. Next. All right, let's move on to Tampa in Philadelphia. Is that next? That is next. All right. So Tampa, Philadelphia is Tampa 150 with a 5.5. We go over sheets. We look at the numbers. Number 1 offense in all the land versus Philly, and then number 9 defense versus Philly. So those are both 9 games. Damn Tampa. I knew they were on a streak. I didn't know it was that kind of streak. Nice. Good stuff. Good stuff. Defense for sure. So far, Tampa 1.5 is plus 170. If you go puck line, that might be. I don't like taking puck lines on the road, but I mean, Tampa's hot. Hot. They're outscoring their opponents by damn near 3 goals per game on average. That's impressive. Don't care who you are. So let's go down here. Andre, you gonna have a great game for us, buddy. 2 through 3. So basically, he's gonna give up probably 2 to 3 goals. As long as Tampa can score their 5.4 average, they should cover. They should cover. Daniel is confirmed. Daniel, what you up to? 2, 2, 2, 3, 2. Okay. Okay. I see. All right, let's look at props. Do we want to take Tampa props or Tampa 1.5 is the question. So let's see. If we got some good lines, we might take some. Ooh, not many props, huh? Let's see here. Nikita for an assist is always way too pricey. 1.5 points. If you want to go 2 points, maybe. I hate taking 2 points. I hate those. But I'm in for a point. Looks fairly reasonable for a price. Radish is looking fairly reasonable. Radish assist looks even better. And let's see. Nikita for a goal is very low. That is. Oh no, that's no. Point for a point. That was such a thing last year. Point for a point. Let's see, and then Jake for a point. Those are both pricey too. Maybe the assists are up there. We'll take a look at both of them. I'm still liking Tampa 1.5 as a team. So Nikita for 2 points. 2, 3, 5, 2, 4. I guess we could go for this, huh? I guess we should. Let's see what Brandon has on points. Yeah, Brandon's been pretty damn good too. Last 5 games been popping off. Let's see. You've been popping off. What the hell's guys? Damn. Okay. Um, I mean, okay, you're just everyone's scoring goals like crazy. Okay, Tampa, I know you got 5.4, but calm down a little bit. Don't calm down. Want more, but okay, I'm not gonna take you. I don't like that. I I gotta take this. This is ridiculous. So we had 4 plays in that first game. We're gonna have at least 3 here. So first off, I am gonna go Tampa minus 1.5 on the puck line. I'm gonna grab that for plus 170. Yeah, 170. We're gonna chase with that bad boy. Then we're gonna grab old Nikita here. Kucherov over 1.5 points for plus 116. Probably get it for 112. I'm okay with that. That's 2 great plus plays so far. Do I want to take Brandon, Mr. Hagel? Do you want to? What are you at? Your assist points, just pure points. 126 is kind of pricey. You could take that. I'm gonna leave that off. It looks good. I'm gonna leave it off though. You good sir, your points are at 118. I can grab that, and we go last 10. We can see you have a lot of hell. I can almost grab you for 2 points. Sounds crazy, but the assist I could do too. And you can do an assist. How about points? Let's see what 1.5 looks like, bro. Why are so many people offering 2 points to this guy for that plus 400? I can't use any of them. Damn. Shameful actions. Shameful. Um, hmm. And I'm gonna leave you off. You know what? I'm gonna leave you both off. I'm just gonna take two. I'm gonna take Nikita. I'm gonna take Tampa. We're gonna move on next. All right, next up we got Vancouver and Montreal. We got Montreal 168 with a 6.5 total. We pop over to the sheets. We look at the numbers. Montreal's offense is average, but their defense is amazing. So Vancouver is not playing good at all. The last 5 games, they're playing like straight cheeks. So I want nothing for Vancouver. Clearly, nothing at all. No, that's a push. That leaves defense. Maybe Montreal points, maybe Montreal money lines 168. That's too much. Well, Montreal 1.5 though, 1.5. That would be a straight chase, only because we're not taking Montreal's offense. We're fading Vancouver basically. So, let's go look. Look at the goalies. I think we might fade Vancouver because Kevin's going out there. Kevin's been 2-4, 3-2-4. Not bad, not great, but not just average. Jakob. Well, Mr. Jakob, let's see what you got. 5-3-1-1-3. Okay, you had a bad game against Carolina. That's fine. You're at home now. Maybe. Don't know if I love that 1.5 anymore. Let's go look at the props and see what's cooking over here. And we got Canucks and Canadians. And let's see. Blocks, shots. I want Montreal points, if anything. That's about all I would want. Not a damn one. Everything's green. So what do we do here? I should pass. That's what I should do. But I'm really enticed by how bad Vancouver's playing. Like, they're getting outscored by 2.6 goals on average. I could take Montreal 1.5, and I still have an extra goal to play with. So I think I'm going to do that. They're home too, which I like. So we're going MTL minus 1.5. We're going to grab that for a smooth plus 144. Sounds good to me, right? Exactly. Next. All right, moving on to Jersey and Minnesota. Not that game, this game. There we go. Currently, Minnesota 152 with a 5.5 totes. We pop over. We see 2 shots on goal masters we have. Yes, indeed. And then Minnesota, who is better on points, and New Jersey is struggling. They're the same situation as Vancouver. They're struggling like crazy. I could take Minnesota to whip ass too. So Minnesota 1.5 is actually only 152. So let's look at the goalies on hand. Jakob is confirmed. A lot of confirmed goalies today. Interesting. 9. That's right. You have 9 last time out. That's right. Philip. Let's see. 4-3-2-3-2. Okay, not bad. Keep kind of average, usual stuff. Let's go to the props and take a little look-ski, shall we? Change it to Devil's Wild. Get rid of those. And we have a lot of stuff here. So shots on goal for everybody's on the table. Clearly, both. A lot of shots on goal. We got, see, that's too pricey. That's already 2.5. That's too pricey. 1.5 for Brock. Brock could probably go 2.5. I bet we could. Dawson 1.5 is too pricey. Dawson might be able to go 2.5. Let's take a look. Cap could definitely go 4.5 because Cap's one of them. He's one of the ones that could do that. One of like the 3 dudes in the league could absolutely do that. Maybe 4 or 5, but he's definitely top 5 that can do it. So let's see. Anybody else have shots on goal? No. Interesting. Maybe Minnesota points, perhaps. Any Minnesota points? Brock for a point, potentially. Good plus odds. Blocks, assist, Brock for an assist. That is price. That is juicy. That is juicy. Quinn's already at half. That's, wow. Maybe 2 points. We'll take a look. We got things to look at here. So Brock is at 2.8 on 1.5, so I'm not going to bump him up to 2.5. That wouldn't make any sense. Goodbye. Dawson is at 2.2 already. I can't bump you up. Oh, Cap is at 4.6. See, that's what I'm talking about. You can bump him to 3.5 easily, or 4.5. You could if you really want to chase it. That one brings him down. But if you look at the last 10, he's averaging 4.4. He's already at plus 102 to get 4 here. So don't love that. Brock for points, 1.2 on a plus 133 to get 1 point. And this man has a lot of points here lately. Brock for a point looks like a play I want to take. Quinn for an assist is already super pricey. I'm not going to mess with that. Brock for a point. Now, how many years of goals, how many are assists? Okay, I've got a nice little mix in here. So, yeah, I'll take Brock for sure. I think I want to do the same thing I did for Montreal for Minnesota. I think I'm going to take Minnesota puck line as well because we're going to fade New Jersey. They're losing. They're getting beat by 2.4, just like Vancouver was getting beat by 2.6 on average in the last 5 games. Is ridiculous. So that means you're playing bad for 5 games in a row. So that's what I want to see. So we're going to go up Minnesota for the minus 1.5. And I'm going to grab that for plus 152. That's good for me. And then we're also going to add the Brock play over here. We're going to grab Brock for FABR over 0.5 points for plus 133. Love that. Let's move on. Next. All right, we got 3 games left on our slate, so let's move on to the next one, which is going to be Chicago and Edmonton. Scroll down. It is Edmonton 144 with a 6.5. We go to our sheets. We look at the numbers: 6v15, 10v21. That both Yeah, those both lean Edmonton easily. 12-4 is Chicago, and that's Chicago. So shots on goal for Edmonton, everything else for Chicago. Interesting how that works out. Let's go to our goalies. Let's see. Calvin's expected. Let's see what Calvin's up to. 3-4-1-4-0-4-4. Four is most likely his usual number. Spencer, last few games. What's wrong with you, buddy? All right, so you're ill. So we already don't want to assume these numbers are going to be worse because you're ill. So if he even plays. Let's see. Change this to Blackhawks. Bop, bop. Let's take a look and see what we got. Shots on goal, huh? McDavid. There's one of the ones that could absolutely be a bunch of shots too. Anybody else on this list want to join him? Zach could join him. Other than that, no. Chicago points, though, we do want to look at like Connor for an assist, and it's already a plus 100 too. Love that. Anything else? Connor for a point is way too pricey. So, and then you for a shot. No, I'm good on that. So, Connor shots on goals at 7. His average is 7. He's at 3.5 for minus 130. So do we do it? Hell, I could bump this bad boy. Who's offering 6? There are books offering 6. I mean, I'm not going to do 6. That's ridiculous, but I'll do 5. I'll do 4.5 because he's still 5 for 5 on this because plus 140. Yeah, I'll take that. Sure. So that's going to be McDavid over 4.5 shots on goal for plus 140. What can I get it at? I can get it for 130. Ugh, I'm down. Hey, it's a plus odd. I'm still going to take it. So goodbye. Zach for shots on goal, 3-4 and a 2-5. 170 is way too damn pricey. And lastly, Connor for an assist. I think I do like this one because of the point situation. Damn, he ain't got many assists lately. Well, lately, I say not the whole season. Ain't like he's getting many assists. He's had assists in about half the games. So it's almost a coin flip, which I don't like. But lately, he's been getting some more assists. So let's see if we can do it today. Edmonton's 24th when it comes to goals. Give me a 4. I'm down. Let's double it up. Double dipper. Let's go. So that's going to be Bedard over 0.5, 5.5 assists for plus 100. I think is what I can get it for. I can get it for, yep, plus 100. Beautiful stuff. Plus 100. That's it. Let's move on. Next. Moving on to 2 games left. Toronto, Colorado. Colorado, heavy favorite because Colorado is the best team in the league by far right now. So 6.5 our total. Let's pop over and look at the numbers and put on our game would help. And there we go. 33, 4, and 7. That is ridiculous. That is so crazy. Both 4 and 2, though. That's crazy, too. Okay, so 2v22. The only thing we have here that we even want to do, looking at these numbers, I'm damn tempted to take Toronto plus 1.5. You can get it for minus 104 right now. It's right there. It's there. See? Potential. Fading Colorado seems like a bad thing to do, but I'm not going to do that. Not that crazy. I will look at their shots on goal. That might be something we could do. If not, it might be a pass. I have not passed on a game yet. That could be concerning to some. To me. Me is some. Joseph, what have you been up to? 0-1-4-4. Yeah, I don't know if I want to take Colorado. He's very up or down. Toronto either. So Scott's pretty good. We know Scott's good. 2-3, 2-3, 5. Yeah, Scott's been okay. So to props. I don't know here. Shots on goals are the only thing I really care about here, I think. And I have McKinnon, the one who's going to take the most shots. I don't know. That McDavid 7 was crazy. I don't think McKinnon's topping that. Austin's close too. He gets a lot. Other than that, Burns is pricey. Maybe Burns can be 2.5. We'll look. Let's see. McKinnon, man, he's averaging 5, still at plus 105, and he's barely hitting it. Except for here, he had 8. Bruh. Last 10, last 20. Oh, man, he's averaging 5-1 last 20, 4-8 last 10. Burns might be the way to go. Just bump him to 2.5 a call today for a plus 150 chase. I think I like that better. Because Burns is, yeah, he's showing he can do this. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna take Burns over 2.5 shots on goal. We're gonna leave the Mr. 5 off, and we're gonna grab that for plus 150. I like that. Let's move on. Next. Last game of the day. Dallas and LA. And it's going to be Dallas. It's a pick 'em with a 5.5. Let's go to the sheet, take a look at the last game, and boom, there we go. 7-14 leans LA, 22-12 leans LA, that leans LA, that leans Dallas slightly. So, ooh, I don't know what we'll do this one. All right. Jake is going out there. We see the game log for Jake. 5-4-4-3. Jake has not been good lately. And Darcy, we look at Darcy's last few. 5-4-2. They've both not been good lately. I'm not used to them both not being good. That's weird. That is very weird. Let's get rid of this. Change this to the last one. What will we take in this one? We have a lot of number 1 defense, obviously. Is it crazy the last game's going to be a pass? I think it might be. I'm not loving anything here. Did you see something you like? Because I damn sure didn't. There's a lot of props here to look at. You could take a look at some of these, but I'm looking at this stuff. There's no clear cut advantage. Like that's a 7 spot. That's almost a push. That's 10 for sure. That's defense. That's 12. We could take LA points maybe, but I think I'm going to pass on this one. I don't love this one. So pass. We're going to pass on that last one. Call that there. That gave us how many plays in the NHL? A bunch. So don't take them all. Take what you like. Just take. Don't be blindly following. Just take what you agree with. Use the information. Pick your own plays. That's what I'm taking. I'm moving on. Next sport, which is NBA. It's all slept. So NBA. Let's go. All right, let's jump on over to the National Steal Y'all Your Money Basketball Association. There are 6 games today. We're going to break these down. I'm still going to bet on them. I don't care. They may take some money, but eventually they're going to come through. They're going to do what they're supposed to do. But right now, they're not. They're not. I'm still going to keep betting. Good at what I do. So, anywho, we have 6 games on the slate. Let's get to the first one. It's going to be the Utah Cleveland game. You see, it currently is 12.5 Cleveland with a 250. Bro, that's a lot. That's a lot of points. Maybe not. Damn, that's a lot of bad defense. They're giving up 250. Currently, and our range is only at 235. So 15-point difference. We're at the top of the range. But man, 1v28. I mean, this could be one of them super high scoring games. But then again, let's see. They're good. They're bad at scoring from 3. Cleveland should just whoop ass, right? Should just whoop ass. I like 250 is a lot. 12.5 isn't that bad. They're winning their games, but only by 2 at 4. They're losing their games by 17 on average. So let's go look at some actual lineups, shall we? See what we can find over here. So who's playing, who's not, usual stuff. If you've been doing good in the NBA, let me know. Put in the comments. I'm curious to see who's doing good. Or it's just like everybody. I saw a lot of people on Twitter upset. So I can tell it's like not just a me thing. It's not the numbers. It's like everyone in general is doing. It's NBA. So you see who's playing here. Let's see anybody crazy out. We got the Cleveland side. Anybody crazy out? No, nothing crazy. So props we go. Again, this is Outlier. Link in the pinned comment. Go get you a week for free. Stop making me say it. You know better. So let's see. We have this set to this. We're going to look at overs and unders because, well, that was fun to do yesterday. So yeah. Until Black dropped like 38. That was crazy. But hey, it happens. Nurkic versus Allen and Mobley. Oh, no shot. I'll take it 100% there. Merrill. I think I just want to say Cleveland, to be real. I think I do. Garland's plays pretty decent defense, we know. So let's change anything else on here we might want to take. Utah's Cleveland scoring inside. That could be Mobley. Let's go and swap this up to the last. Anybody just terrible? Anybody cheeks? George over has been terrible lately, huh? Not our sweet prince. Not the sweet prince himself. Well, yeah, I guess Charlotte, he played like pure. They lost by 55 in that game. Damn. And that was your last game, too. All right, I've seen enough. We're saying Cleveland by 12. Cleveland minus 12.5. Keeping it simple. Keeping it real simple. We're going to grab it for 108. We're going to move on to the next game. All right, game number 2 is going to be Indiana versus Boston. Currently, it is Boston 5.5 with a 225. We go to our sheets. We look at the numbers again. Offense, Boston clearly there. Pacers here. Boston there. 1v2 over 225 seems low. Let's see. They're currently scoring 236. They're giving up 225. I'm going over. We're going over 225. But 225 seems way too low for this. Over 225.5 for a minus 110. I am down for that, but we will look at our lineups first to make sure everybody's playing like they should be. Still can't believe Utah got beat so bad last game. I didn't realize it was that bad. I knew it was bad, but damn. Matchup scrolling down. We got Doubtful Brown, huh? So Jalen's doubtful with spasm. So that is going to be the squad that looks like it goes out there. Indiana is going to be sending out to this team. Hey, that means less defense, right? That means less defense, more shooting. I'm down for that. Let's go to props. Take a look, see what we got over here. Damn, bro. Let's change it up to Celtics. Let's see who's been cheeks. If you want to see the cheeks, there you go. Gotcha. Clearly, with Brown potentially probably being out, these are not going to, people are going to pop off some. So let's go back to last 100%. See what you get. If you want to take some of those, you can be my guest. I'm just going to take the over. We're going to move on. Next. Game 3 is going to be Toronto hosting Philadelphia. And currently it is 144 Philadelphia with a 221.5. We pop over, we take a look. Offense, defense. That's offensive lean. Offensive lean, push, 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 defense. Don't love this. Not looking good. Not looking good. Let's see what we can find. This might be a straight up push. Oh no, as a push, I won't be able to play it. It's so sad. Not really. Pauly Podcast and Embiid and Barrett and Ingram, everybody banged up. Everyone banged up. Everyone's injured. Okay. We took VJ last time. Some got it at a better number. I took it at 25.5 PRA. He ended up at 25. I got hooked. So he did good enough. So at least some people got paid off it. I didn't. Sad. But whatever. It happens. Let's see. Boop, boop. And you can see the peoples. You see what they got. Who you want to take. Now VJ's at 24. So yeah, but for 120, I don't love that. So if you want to take any of these, have fun. I'm not taking this. Let me show you the other side, the flip side. Here's the zero side. Anybody just terrible? Yeah, I don't care about that stuff. I want to see. Yeah, don't. 40%, only 20. There's very few 20s, and it's going to be triple doubles. I don't care about triple doubles. So yeah, I'm passing on this one. Next. All right, 3 games left. We got Brooklyn and Dallas up now. Let's see what those odds are. Looking like it's 150 Dallas with a 219. That is low. Why is it so low? That's because both teams can't score. They're combining for 215, 225 here and 214 there. So 219 is right in the middle. Of course it is. So Dallas is better here. Dallas is better there. Dallas is better there. Dallas is better there. So Dallas lean, but they're 3-7. I don't really want to bet on a team that's 3-7 last 10, but they're 3.5 at home. So someone got to win the damn game. If I had to pick somebody, I'm going to pick Dallas here, obviously. So let's go look at our go lineups to see who is actually playing. Let's see. And then I saw some stuff online. I don't know if it's true. You can't trust anything online that says Porter's going to be traded almost certainly by the break, like almost guaranteed to be traded. So, okay, that's something new. Good to know. So, yep. And then we go Dallas side. There are the people there. So I think I'm just going to take Dallas. The more I think about it, the more I just want to take Dallas and see what happens. So go get rid of those two. Shane, there's your zeros. Najee is 0 for 5 on the PRA, huh? Interesting. Why are you so bad, good sir? Why are you struggling, sir? And let's take a look, see what's happening. His line's higher because 80's out. Obviously, he's going to play more now. So we go minutes. And is that, when was the last time you did good? Hope you do good. I don't really want to take that. Let's go look at the green side. Green side, what we got? We got Sharp for that. Porter, Danny Wolf. Okay, now we're getting the creative player dudes. Okay, Porter's at 38.5 PRA. Hell, I can't. No chance. Just give me Dallas. Give me Dallas minus 3.5. We're not going to overdo this. We're not going to overthink this. We're going to take 110. We're going to move on. Next. 2 games left. Lakers, Sacramento. We currently have Lakers as 9.5 point favorites, 228.5. I do know Sacramento just beat the ever-living hell out of Houston last night. Like, what? Huh? Houston was a 2-touchdown favorite, and they lost by like damn 3 touchdowns. What? Exactly. So, Lakers, they're on a back-to-back. Even though they're home, they're still back-to-back, and they're still not playing all that great. So, I think it's more of Houston's falling apart type thing. So, they'll figure it out by the playoffs. 8 beats that. That is lean Lakers. That leans Lakers. That both leans defense. That leans defense. Potentially under. It's at 228. That's too low as it is. They're scoring 212 and 225. An under, huh? Under's on the table, eh? Who'd have thunk it? Who'd have thunk it? So let's come on down, match details. Let's go match up, scroll, and then you see squads. Everybody there. Yep. I might take the under. I might just do it. Let's see. I hate taking unders, but I might do it anyways. And you see, it's all Braun. It's all Braun with a Dylan Cardwell. If you were looking for his odds, there you go. Let's go to 0, see the red, so you can see what's happening here. Who's bad? Who's been doing terrible? Clifford, 11.5 PRA over is not hit in a long gas time. Let's take a look at that. Let's peep that one. I might take this Najee one. The more I think about it, the more I take it. Let's see. Murray, Schroeder. Let's see. Clifford. How many minutes are you playing? You had a stretch. You showed you could ball out, but I don't trust you, so I'm gonna leave you alone. There's a reason why your line's that high for a reason. Don't know. Don't know indeed. You know, if anything, I still want to. The Lakers by 10 on the road's a lot. I'm gonna take the under. We're gonna trust. Under 225. It's what the line is. We're 228. Sorry, 228.5. Let's go for a low scoring game, guys. Come on, let's do it. Let's move on. Next. Last game is going to be Charlotte and the Clips, and we currently see what it is. It is Clippers by 4.5 with a 223. We pop over, we take a look at this, and bang. 5-5. Look at Charlotte balling out with those numbers. Great numbers overall. Clippers, same story. They're both doing great. I don't know who I'm taking this one. Chance, not a clue. Let's see what who's playing. That might help out a little bit, but probably not. With the numbers like that, I tend to pass. Just saying. So And you have your peoples. There you go. And you've got the Clipper side. You see who's in and out. Yep. Kawhi is questionable with an ankle sprain. That ain't good. So props, change this to this and that. And there's your red. There's your red stuff there. You need to take triple those off here. That's what you need to do. So it looks better. And let's go back to green 100%. Hmm. Yeah, I'm not. These both teams are playing good. I have no clue to take. I don't know what I want to do here. So, smart thing for me is that I'm not taking Charlotte plus 4.5 on the road. So I'm gonna pass on this one and call it right there, just because I want to. So, back to the screen. So let's go click on Tuesday stuff. Tuesday, NBA. We have 3, 4, 7 games on the slate here. NHL Tuesday, we have another semi-large slate. You can see the games there. Let's go men's college hoops. We'll see what Tuesday looks like here. And we have somewhat decent, small amount of games, nothing crazy. At least we got some good teams. We got some ranked teams out there. Good stuff. Big name schools, beautiful, good stuff. There is no NFL, there's no college football. So yeah, that's it. 3 sports tomorrow. I'll be back. Appreciate being here. Check out Outlier. Go get you a free week. Check out Better Bay. Subscribe. Better Bay spreadsheets. Typed out list of plays. If you want to fade them for NBA, be my guest. Be my guest. I'm not offended. And or you want to come join the chat, that's all you got to do. It's right there. So enough of that. Appreciate being here. I'll see you tomorrow.